Before Christopher Columbus and his famous voyage to the New World, a group of daring explorers had already set foot on American shores. But they weren't European conquerors. They were the legendary Vikings of the North. Known for their fearsome reputation and incredible navigation skills, they were driven by an unrelenting thirst for adventure. So, who was the first Viking to reach America? And how did they accomplish such an incredible feat nearly 1,000 years before Columbus? This is the fascinating story of Leif Erikson and his journey into the unknown. By the late 10th century, the Vikings had become famous for more than just their raids. They were farmers, traders, and some of the most skilled sailors in history. From their Scandinavian homelands, they expanded westward, settling in Iceland and eventually colonizing Greenland under the leadership of Eric the Red. Greenland was no paradise. Its icy landscape tested even the strongest settlers, but it offered something the Vikings craved: opportunity. It was in this harsh environment that Leif Erikson, Eric the Red's son, grew up. He was raised with tales of adventure and a deep respect for the sea. Leif was no ordinary Viking. Known for his intelligence and courage, he had the kind of curiosity that would push him to explore beyond the edges of the known world. According to Viking sagas, which mix history with legend, Leif was inspired by a trader named Bjarni Herjolfsson. Years earlier, Bjarni had claimed to see unknown lands to the west after being blown off course during a storm. These stories lit a fire in Leif, and he resolved to find out if those distant lands truly existed. In the year 1000, Leif Erikson gathered a crew of experienced sailors and set off from Greenland in a Viking longship. These ships were engineering marvels, fast, sturdy, and designed to handle the rough northern seas. The journey was anything but easy. They faced raging storms, bone-chilling winds, and the vast unknown of the open ocean. But the Vikings were not ones to turn back. Their determination, and perhaps their belief in the guidance of their gods, carried them forward. Finally, after weeks at sea, they reached a mysterious land. They called it Helluland, or Land of Flat Stones, which historians believe is modern-day Baffin Island. But Leif wasn't satisfied. He sailed further south and arrived at a place they named Markland, or Land of Forests, now thought to be Labrador. It was their next discovery, however, that left the biggest impression: Vinland, the land of wine. This lush and fertile place, possibly Newfoundland or Nova Scotia, had milder weather, plenty of timber, and even wild grapes. It seemed like a paradise compared to the icy wilderness of Greenland. In Vinland, the Vikings built a small settlement that archaeologists today believe is L'Anse aux Meadows in Canada. This site, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the earliest evidence of Europeans setting foot in the Americas. But their time there was short-lived. According to the sagas, the Vikings encountered the Skraelings, the indigenous peoples of the region. These meetings weren't peaceful. Despite their reputation as fierce warriors, the Vikings found themselves in constant conflict, unable to establish lasting peace with the locals. On top of that, the logistical challenges of maintaining a settlement so far from Greenland proved too much. Resources in Greenland were already stretched thin, and keeping Vinland supplied was nearly impossible. After just a few years, the Vikings abandoned Vinland, leaving behind stories that would echo for centuries. For a long time, the idea that Leif Erikson had reached America was dismissed as just another Viking legend. But that changed in 1960, when archaeologists uncovered the remains of a Viking settlement at L'Anse aux Meadows. This groundbreaking discovery proved that the sagas were rooted in truth. The Vikings had made it to America nearly 500 years before Columbus. It was a revelation that reshaped our understanding of history. Today, Leif Erikson is honored as one of history's great explorers. Statues of him stand in Iceland, Norway, and even the United States. In fact, October 9th is celebrated as Leif Erikson Day in America, a tribute to his pioneering spirit and the daring journey that connected Europe to the New World for the first time. The story of Leif Erikson is more than just a tale of adventure. It's a reminder of humanity's endless drive to explore the unknown and to push beyond the boundaries of what's possible. Even though their time in America was brief, the Vikings left a lasting legacy as the first Europeans to reach these shores. What do you think about this incredible story? Did the Vikings leave a lasting impact on the Americas, or was their presence too short to matter? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to History's Mysteries for more fascinating tales from the past.